sun is on its way down. I am out walking. The kids are practicing football over here. The band is practicing way back there in the background. Kind of see them. And the beautiful cloud bank all around. It's really, really pretty. So anyway, I'm going to go for my walk, and this is what I do every evening for 2 miles. It takes me about 35 to 40 minutes. I'm not super fast, but it feels good. Fresh air, great pictures, pretty, pretty skies, always. That is one thing about Texas. We have beautiful, beautiful skies. I am finished with my walk, and it's on to another day. The maize crops are growing across from my house. This is what it looks like. Goes on and on and on and on and on and on forever and ever and ever. All of my little friends have eaten, and they always groom after they eat, and I've got one down here right by my feet. I mean, right by my foot. Who would have ever dreamed that I would have these 3 little friends? And oh, newsflash, Gus is letting me pet him. Or her, whichever it may be. But yes, I can now pet Gus's head and stroke down his back, which is what I do with these other 2. Disney was always friendly as a baby and straight on. And that's so unusual, these different personalities in these cats. But I am really enjoying Disney. Disney is just the most lovable little boy I've ever seen. He does not mind being beside me at all, which I think is so strange. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. And old Gus has got so much fur, he does nothing but groom. I read about excessive grooming. I don't know if that's their problem or not, but... What's he doing? What are you doing, Mr. Disney? What are you doing? You're a sweet cat. You are a sweet cat. Sweet boy. Sweet boy, yes you are. You know I'm talking about you? Do you know I'm talking about you, huh? You know it, don't you? You know I'm talking about you. Yeah, hello. That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. Funny cats. What a hoot. We had an interesting thing happen. I have had traps for possums, and I know possums are good in some ways, but they dig up my daylilies, so I don't really like them in my backyard. So the city animal control had given me a trap, and that's when I caught Gray, and Gray got to go to the country. And anyway, I looked at the trap yesterday, and in it was, I should have gotten pictures, I don't know, it was a skunk. We have never caught a skunk before. So I had to call the city, or my husband called the city this morning, and a guy came and took it off and was going to release it in the country and then bring me the trap back. But before he was gone, the skunk sprayed, and so I had a little bit of a scent in my garage, but oh well, it's not as bad as it could be. So anyway, we no longer have a skunk. Disney is just the funniest cat I've ever seen in my life. He's always digging in his hole like there's something down there. Oh boy, they're funny. And Mama sure takes care of them. She's always grooming them. This is our game that we call Fishy Fishy. It is hilarious watching them play with this thing. I really need to get them some more toys because they love playing with these toys. If anybody has any ideas for cat toys, comment below. I would love to know things that entertain cats that I don't necessarily always have to be out here doing, because I think they need a lot of activity. Even though they're outside and there probably is some activity, I think the exercise is probably very good for them. Anyway, we have fun playing Fishy Fishy. I think I wore them out playing Fishy Fishy. They are knackered. Pooped. Oh me. They're tired. Okay, this is in my hometown where I grew up. And a man named Alfonso painted this on the side of the building. And I mean, like, wow, that's really cool. He's very, very talented. And cars, I think, are his specialty. I will get a picture of the cars that he has painted on the side of these buildings when I go pick up my Mexican food today. That is just unreal. Very, very cool. And I gotta stop because I have a car here.
Here we go, turning all the wrongs into rights. Here we go, you could take me there tonight. Whoa, this life is all we know.
I'm walking at the tennis court tonight, and the sky is just beautiful. Lavender clouds, half moon, beautiful, beautiful skies on the other side. The colors are just tremendous. I always like to take pictures of the sky. Anyway, it's almost 8 o'clock, and if I could get past these buildings, I know I would get a really good shot of the gorgeous sunset. So maybe I can get that going home. But wow, it's just unbelievably beautiful. Anyway, I am, like I said, walking at the tennis court, and I always enjoy walking in the evening. I look forward to it. I have to set my time up every day, and right now I'm having to leave at 7:15, get finished at 8, because the sun is going down sooner and faster. Well, one thing that I will say about Texas is we do have beautiful skies and gorgeous sunsets. I'm a little bit late. I think it would have been much more colorful about 15 minutes ago, but this is still really, really pretty. Beautiful, beautiful skies. It is the first day of autumn. I can't believe it. September the 23rd. It's already here. So we have to break out the t-shirts. I have got to start wearing the pumpkin t-shirts. So I'm starting off with the latte, frappuccino, whatever, that I don't even really get to eat. I drink because I'm caffeine sensitive. But I can do the caffeine free, or you know, I can have sips of that, but I really miss doing the real thing. It was really neat. So today I am off to working on jewelry again. My husband had to work today, is Saturday, but he had to work because the school that he works at is having an audit. They just do that, you know, periodically, and so he's having to work on that. So I am at home, and my daughter didn't come this weekend because she was busy. So I'm on my own. I've got lots of things that I can do. So hair's not in great shape, so we just pulled it back. Not wonderful. It's not really dirty. It just, I don't know, it just hasn't had it hasn't wanted to do anything unless I curl it, which I haven't been in the mood to do. Because this week I went to my sister's house and I helped her do some rearranging and putting up and cleaning out, and I'm going to do that again this coming Tuesday. I'm going to go and help her again. And so yeah, I just need to get some things done around here, and I got laundry started this morning. The cats were back. They were gone yesterday. I don't know what's up with cats. I don't understand them. They're not loyal. They just kind of, I'll come if I'm hungry. I'll go when I want to have an adventure. And, you know, my backyard, I've showed it many times. It's a little Epcot. There's so much to do out there, and they just kind of lay around and wait for me to bring food. I don't know. It's crazy. But anyway, t-shirt of the day, and let's go get busy. So happy to have all my pumpkin stuff out, and it has been out for 2 weeks. Don't judge me. I loved making this last year. I would really like to make another one of these, except not use the flocked pumpkin. Maybe use a different type of pumpkin. I've got my candle going. It is called Harvest Pumpkin. I mean, why not on the first day of autumn? And all my other stuff is out, and I need to put up Mr. Scarecrow. I got out some matches to light my candle. I store them in this little container here on the fireplace, and he sits on the container. But anyway, everything's out, ready to go. Lights are on. Autumn is here. So this is what I've been up to for the past few days after my craft show. I needed to make a few more bracelets, so I did one that has multiple colors to it. Amethyst, lapis, aventurine, coral, citrine, I don't know how to say that, and white turquoise. And then this one has mostly gold tones, tiger eye, citrine again, picture jasper, I believe. And I can't remember what else I used in that one, but anyway, my husband brings me popcorn on Fridays. The ladies that work in the business office, they'll get popcorn from the bank, and my husband doesn't like popcorn, so he lends it to me. And then he's always bringing me these little treats, like I need them. Russell Stover, which I haven't opened this one yet, but anyway, he's really sweet to bring those. More Harvest stuff, and my little towel. This came from my sister. It's hilarious. I don't drink at all. I am a teetotaler. We don't drink alcohol, but I think that's kind of cute. We'll just pretend she's having a lot of Coca-Cola or something. And she also brought me this little cute pumpkin little tray. Thought that was cute. I have my pumpkin mug out on my coffee machine. A little pumpkin back there at the back. I'm watering my plants. I do it in the sink. It's kind of silly. And let them drain for a few hours, and then I go put them up. And then my sister brought me this from, all of the stuff that she gave me came from Buc-ee's. I have got to go to Buc-ee's someday. I gave the cats some wet cat food today in their little ceramic bowl. They went berserk. They loved it. And then she also brought me this. I'm anxious to try it. It's so cute. It's a candle warmer, kind of like the Scentsy scents, I believe. But it's a little jack-o'-lantern. And then she brought me a vanilla cinnamon fragrance cubes. So I'm anxious to get that plugged in and going. But for right now, it's been sitting here. And then let me show what else I've been working on. I don't know if you can see it on this black. Let's put it over here on the cabinet, and I think it's a little easier to see. I got inspired by this from, of course, Sundance catalog, but they had put some gemstone pieces. Now mine are different from theirs, of course, but I've got, let's see, I've got turquoise, malachite, lapis, amethyst, and I believe this is jasper. And then I put it with some silver chain on a leather strap that is adjustable. You can pull this and adjust it according to the length that you want. And then I also did this one. This wasn't inspired by anybody, just me. And it is some unique, let me get the, I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. Some unique stones. This right here is azurite, and I read about it. It's kind of a soft, semi-precious gemstone. There are some places in Arizona that it comes from, but I noticed it was Australia, of all places, azurite comes from, and I can't remember the other country. And then these right here, these little rondelles, are called Kankamba beads, and they're from Nigeria. Very cool, but they have the colors of the azurite, so that's why I put them together. And then back here at the back, I used chrysocolla or chrysocolla beads, and they also have that same greenish blue color to them. You almost might mistake this for lapis, but it is not lapis, it is azurite. So I put some sparkle stones between the middles, some silver beads between those, and then I got smaller and smaller and smaller as I got to the back, and then I finally just stopped using them in between when I got to the chrysocolla, and then some glass crystals back here at the back. And then to attach the leather strap, I just made a hoop or loop of silver beads, and this one is also adjustable so you can pull it. And then I split my leather, I cut it right there in the middle on both of these. I don't cut these off. I like them. I think they're pretty. So I don't cut the leather strips off when I finish. They're equal and feathery, and I just think they look kind of cool. So we're going to try these to put into my next show, which will be October, I believe the 20th, 21st, and 22nd, somewhere along like that. Anyway, when it gets closer, I'll talk a little bit more about it. So that is what I am going to continue doing today over here at my jewelry station. And then I bought some snacks for the big jar that my niece had given me. It has been empty for a while, so I got some snacks for it, put in there. And so that's what's going on today. I don't think I've shown my front porch. It's not anything super fancy. My geraniums are still going out here, and my ferns are still going at the front entrance, and they will be until we get some freezing temperatures and the roses are still blooming. But anyway, as you walk up to my front porch, this is what I have going on. No lights, no fancy stuff, just some quick things that I put out. And over here are my little chairs. I always decorate my little chairs. And here's the other one on the other side. But anyway, this is my front porch decorating. I need to be better at it. I just, it gets so, you know, we live in Texas. The wind blows all the time. There are always leaves up here all over the place. And it's just very difficult to decorate a front entry when I have nothing but dirt and leaves up here. So if you want to see a video of some people who really know how to decorate, check out the two orchids. Those women live in Ohio, and they are absolutely fantastic at everything, at decorating. Their videos are just calming and beautiful, and I would highly recommend them. But anyway, I thought we would see my front entry. And it's kind of fun, you know, when you come into a home and it smells like pumpkins and everything's kind of decorated around the different places. I don't have a lot of fancy decorations. I'm not really good at that type of thing. That's not my artistic sense. I like to draw and do all those kind of things, but I am not a decorator and will never claim to be. But I just, you know, put out things that make me happy. I thought I would show some of my t-shirts. I said I was gonna get out my t-shirts that I'm gonna wear for the season, and I have just numerous t-shirts up here that I've gotten out from a tub. I just keep them in a tub. So anyway, here is the collection of my shirts, and I do have one pair of lostro leggings that I'm hanging on to. These are kind of silly, but for Halloween, the actual day, they're kind of fun to wear. This is just the front of this shirt. The back of it is what is really cute. It's Happy Fall, y'all. There's some pretty. And then here's a gold one with a kind of a floral and leopard pumpkin. Here's the Bewitched shirt. I used to like Bewitched, and I've been watching it lately, and I don't like it as much as I did when I was little, because it's kind of silly. But I always loved Samantha. She made that show, I think. She was the best actress on the show. But anyway, I had to have a little Bewitched shirt a couple of years ago. And then kind of a different sort of pumpkin look. All the plaid and pumpkin things. I just wear these around the house. They're my casual shirts that just, you know, they make you happy. Every day, something different. The Texas True brand is really nice. It's a blend, usually 50-50. Polyester and cotton, and they don't wrinkle quite as bad, but my favorite is 100% cotton. I just, even though it wrinkles like crazy, I still like it. And because I live in Texas. Flannels, hayrides, pumpkins, sweaters, and bonfires. Pumpkin wishes and candy corn kisses. I'm not crazy about candy corn. I can't have a lot of it because it sends me to the roof. But I do enjoy when it comes out for the season. Now, that's crazy, and this is not all there is. In my closet, I have pumpkin shirts that go with kimonos. So let's see. That one's really more winter. This one is one that I wear in late autumn because it has a t-shirt that says apple cider, cozy blankets, pumpkin patch flannels, sparkling fires, crunching leaves, fall. And it goes with this, you know, oversized, what did they call these? A shacket, I believe, is what that was called. And then I have another shacket with some pumpkins on it. I really kind of need to get those shirts out and wear them instead of keeping them with these, so that I'll kind of, you know, get them going. But I picked these out to go specifically with these kimonos. I really like this one with this kimono. And here's this one with that. Love this set. Worn it a ton. The open weave textured kimono sweater. And I think that's all, because the rest of this is Christmas. So, yeah, rest is Christmas, I think. Yeah. So those are, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different outfits that I can wear out, like when I'm going to a show or grocery store or dinner or something like that. And then in my other closet, which I have never shown, I don't think. In this closet, I have mainly long kimonos, which, I don't know. Are they going out of style? I still see a few people wearing them, but when they were out, I went berserk. And so this closet doesn't have a light. So this is where I keep dresses and things like that. But I think there are 2 kimonos in here. Maybe 3. I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, here's one. So here is one with a long leopard print kimono and shorter sleeves. But I love the pumpkins on this one. And then this one is for late autumn. And you know, some of these can go into November. They don't have to be just for October. Like this one is definitely a November, I think. But it's cute. And let's see. I think that's all of those. Because I think, oh shoot, this one is sweaters, hot cocoa, walking in the woods, bonfires, falling leaves, football games. And it goes with this long kimono. And it's a definite November as well. And I think that's all of the specific autumn. This one is pretty much for autumn because the feathers and the color and the ombre of the, especially the sleeves of the kimono. And then the sleeves have the autumn leaves. But this one can also go into autumn. I've been trying to get rid of this and my daughter won't let me get rid of it. So it's still in the closet going. I think that is all of the autumn stuff. Yeah. But anyway, I've got long kimonos in here and dresses. Not very many dresses anymore. People just don't wear dresses. And I store, toilet paper and extra shampoos. And then up here at the top, I store my towels, my wonderful Johnny Was blanket, and some 4th of July stuff that just stays up there. But I don't think I've ever shown this closet. And then there's skirts over here at the side. I don't have a ton of skirts because I don't teach anymore. So I just kept my favorites and moved on. Okay, so this year, I think I'm just going to hang these in my closet. I know it's going to junk it up and it makes my rod sag a little bit. But it would just be so much easier to have these hung up, ready to go all my little autumn pumpkin pieces. And then when it comes Christmas time, I'll get back down to my tub where I store these and switch to Christmas. And I have a few Christmas things here that I wear to Disney World. And I showed this one a while ago with a shacket, Farm Fresh Christmas trees. I thought that was really cute. And then I have a new Santa sweater that I'm going to get to wear this year. I love this red velvet tunic. I should just probably show these when we get to Christmas. Show my different Christmas things a little bit closer. But, oh, gracious. Look at me, Christmas. I mean, I'm insane. I know, I'm insane. But I think where all this came from was the fact that I taught kindergarten and first grade. You know, back at that time, when I was teaching kindergarten and first grade, we taught with, oh man, the lighting in here is terrible. We taught with units. And I would do, we would start out with, you know, like in September, friends and, you know, things like that, and home and family and that sort of thing. And then in October, of course, we would get into pumpkins and harvest and stuff like that. In November, it was Native Americans. In December, it was Christmas around the world. In January, it was space. I can't even remember all the units that we did. You know, plants and butterflies and dinosaurs. And anyway, that was my teaching experience. I did units, and I learned from the best women in the world. And my first experience of teaching kindergarten, I had these ladies that had these units perfectly laid out, you know. And so if we were talking about animals, then what I wore was something that had to do with animals. If it was plants, I wore botanical stuff. If it was space, I did stars, and you know, all my clothes matched the units, and I think that's where all this came from. And so when we get into Halloween and you know, autumn and Christmas and November, I wore whatever we were talking about. So I think that's my sickness of having all of these different kitschy t-shirts, and yeah, I don't know, they make me happy. I can't help it. So when my daughter was born, it was great. I got to stay home for 7 years, and my sister had gotten into just a little bit of t-shirt painting, and so that made me get into some t-shirt painting, and this is where I went with it. So I started making and selling t-shirts and tuxedo shirts and shirts that had pockets. This is my Christmas one that I hand painted back in the 1990s. Like, Suzanne was born in 87, and I know that it was probably a couple years after she was born that I started doing this. So I painted t-shirts for about 5 years until I went back to work. And then I still did it a little bit because I only worked half a day for a couple of years. So I still did a little bit, and I would go and do craft shows. So this is how detailed I would be, you know, with my painting. It's sort of cartoonish looking, and I even hand sewed beads, a strip of beads, to the upper section yoke, and even on the sleeves I would sew beads and decorate the cuffs. And on the back I would do the same thing. You know, I would have some type of seam going across the yoke like I did here. And this just happens to be the one that I kept. A lot of them I didn't even keep, and some of them I wore so much that they wore out. But I used fabric paint and went to town and charged, I believe, like something like this. Back then I charged $50. Today I swear I would charge $125 because that's what I charge for my canvas bags when I paint front and back. But I have a little book that I had, and it's dated 1993, so that must have been when I stopped. I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, this book's about to fall apart. But these are some of the shirts that I made back in the day. Now, some of it I would cut out fabric and then trace around it with that glitter paint stuff. But yeah, and I would write on the back of it and then tell how much they were. And even back then I called myself Personalities, and I should have capitalized. I like the way I capitalized that right there. And that was my old address and all, you know, but I would say how much they were priced on the back. And, you know, I mean, these were t-shirts, long sleeve t-shirts, sweatshirts. This is what I spent my time doing when I should have probably been playing with Suzanne and working with her. And I regret that a little bit today. I regret not spending more time with her when she was little. But there has always been this, I don't know, this thing inside of me of creating and selling. I've never been super successful with it. It's never taken off to the point that I wanted it to take off. Yeah, even back then I did a nutcracker. Holy cow. I haven't looked at this in years. In a nativity scene. Wow. And then over here, see what we've got. I know this is really, really bad lighting and really bad pictures. Sorry. Wish I could get it where it's not quite as bad. This was my most famous one. It was the fireplace scene with the chair and the tree. And then I would just elaborately decorate and paint. I did so many of these, and I charged $50. And then I would make earrings to match. I would paint on 300-pound watercolor paper and paint earrings to match all this stuff. And if somebody had a specific thing they wanted me to do, I would do it. It was just, it was nuts. And I made, see, there's my hometown. I even made those shirts for football. I made not a great deal of money, but enough to kind of supplement my salary when I was working half day, because you know you don't make a ton of money teaching, and so that was a way for me to supplement my income a little bit. But like I said, I never, you know, I probably wouldn't make, I remember one time the most I made one season was like $1,200, I think. You know, it wasn't just like over the top, you're getting ready to be a designer. It never was that. Would I have liked for it to have been something like that? In a way, yes. Would I like to be Jess Mahary from Sundance and sell my jewelry in the thousands of dollars? Of course. But, you know, I at this point in my life and my age, I'm just going to be grateful for what I do and enjoy making what I make and let God take the wheel. And if he wants me to succeed, he will. And if he doesn't, then I'll just be doing stuff that keeps me busy and going and thinking and doing. But I don't know, I've just always had this creative sense. I've always wanted to make things, do things, sell things. And it's just never gone to the extent that I would like for it to go. But I keep praying about it and hoping that it will get a little bit better, especially supplementing my income after you retire and you're on a fixed income and it doesn't go anywhere, it's not going to go up. You know, it would be nice to have that extra income. So when I have something else interesting to talk about, I will hop back on here and we will talk. Well, let's go see if the kitty poos are here or absent. There's one coming. Hello, my little Oreo. Would you like to have a snack? Would you like to have a snack, huh? Let's have a snack. They have been absent every other day. I mean, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if she is teaching her babies to hunt or what, but they'll be gone for like a day or two at a time. And if you're a cat person out there and you know the reason why, I would love to know. Yep. Well, I hope these are healthy. I don't know if they are or not, but I give them temptations in the afternoon. It says that you can give them like up to, oh, I don't know how many. I read it one time how many that you can give them. For an adult cat, feed 0 to 12. So that's what I've been doing. Oh, look here. We got another little friend. Hello, little Disney. Would you like a treat too? Y'all are so sweet. You are so sweet. Yes, you are. Well, let's have a little treat and see how it is. So they enjoyed their treats, but then they still holler for more. They're so funny. And Gus did come up and get some, even though the other two kind of steal. So I can feed Oreo and Disney from my hand, but Gus, you know, I have to throw it to Gus. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Another beautiful sky on my walk this evening. The clouds are just incredible. Just a beautiful, beautiful sunset with all the clouds. I just love the formations and the way they look. So, so pretty. It is the end of the first day of autumn.